Welcome back to the Gongshow on 1270 WIZZ. We got some breaking news coming out of the league office. The NHL and the NHL Players Association have struck a deal that would prevent a lockout from happening in the coming years. As we all know, rumors circulating that the two sides not entirely happy with the current CBA and that a lockout was looming in the 2020-2021 season, but it seems like that is no more as the two sides have struck some sort of deal. We don't really know any of the details, and honestly it sounds pretty illegal, but I'm not a lawyer and it's their rules, and here we are. But the only detail we seem to know of the deal is that it actually knocks a year off, the last year, off of every single player's contract, so anybody who was going to be a free agent next year is actually a free agent this year, which is going to lead to quite a crazy free agency. We got some big names now in free agency this offseason. We got guys like Sergei Pavelski, Jordan Eberle, Artemi Panarin, Matt Duchene. We have Wayne Simmons, Joe Thornton, William Karlsson is a restricted free agent. Lots of big names here. It's going to be interesting to see what all happens with them. So it looks like reports are coming out that the San Jose Sharks are going to be signing Wayne Simmons to a deal. Pretty surprising the Flyers couldn't come to an agreement with Simmons, but it looks like the 29-year-old right winger is heading out west, switching coasts for the foreseeable future. Speaking of the Sharks, it looks like Joe Thornton has decided not to re-sign with the team. He is heading out east. He is signing with the New Jersey Devils. 38-year-old centerman. You gotta figure this has gotta be his last hurrah in the league. We got news coming in now from the Rocky Mountains. It looks like the Avalanche have agreed to a deal with former Islander Anders Lee, and I gotta say that is a great deal for Colorado. This signing has just made them a lot more dangerous. Landeskog, Rantanen, McKinnon, now Anders Lee. I mean, that is a lot of firepower up front. It looks like the Devils are being a bit active in this free agency. Reports are coming out that they have signed another player. They have agreed to a deal with former Penguin centerman Derick Brassard, 30 years old, and Joe Thornton signing earlier. Devils really not shying away from getting older. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We're just going to have to see how it works out for them. Oh, big news coming out of Buffalo. It looks like the Sabres have just landed the biggest free agent on the market this summer, Sergei Bobrovsky, leaving Columbus to fill the needs in net for the Sabres with Eichel in the front, Dahlin in the back, and now Bobrovsky. This team means business. Look out for the Sabres, folks. Alright, we're getting rumblings. I'm not sure if this is confirmed. Oh, no, I'm hearing now it is confirmed. It looks like Joe Pavelski has agreed to a deal with the Ottawa Senators. This is a very curious signing here. Obviously, Ottawa not having to pay Duchene is using that money on Pavelski. Not sure why Pavelski is leaving San Jose, but the Sharks are losing their last two captains that they've had this free agency period. Very, very interesting. This just in, it looks like the Carolina Hurricanes have agreed to a deal with 36-year-old goaltender Mike Smith. Obviously, Hurricanes trying to shore up their goaltending, but I don't know if this is it. This is something. They're trying something, but I don't know if this is it. We got news coming in now. It looks like the Penguins have agreed to a deal with former Islander Jordan Eberle. Islanders losing both Eberle and Anders Lee in this free agency. Barry Trotz has his work cut out for him, but the Penguins with this signing have solidified themselves as contenders in pretty much every single preseason ranking. This was a great signing for them. We got breaking news coming in now from Milwaukee. It looks like the Wisconsin Wizards have agreed to a deal with former Ottawa Senator Matt Duchene. Duchene getting a brand new start with a brand new club. Very interesting from his perspective, though. We all know he wants to go to a contender. Maybe the fact that Vegas made their run last year, he thinks the Wizards are going to do that this year. But other than that, great signing for the Wizards. They needed a first-line center. They got it with this one, and they got it pretty cheap. $6.9 million per year for 7 years. You got to imagine that's a great signing for them. Alright, so we got another signing to report to you. Looks like 30-year-old right winger Matt Zuccarello has agreed to a deal with the Montreal Canadiens. So Matt's staying in the Eastern Conference, but switching divisions here. Now the question is, will the Canadiens try and play him at center? Because if not, you got to imagine they're still in the market for a centerman in this free agency period. They still need that depth that they just don't have right now. So we're getting news coming out that there's been another signing in Canada. It looks like the Vancouver Canucks have signed goaltender Semyon Varlamov to a deal. This signing tells me that the Canucks are either not entirely confident with Jacob Markstrom, or they want a 1-2 punch in net. I think we're just going to have to wait and see on this one. We're getting breaking news out of Milwaukee again. It looks like the Wisconsin Wizards have just signed free agent Artemi Panarin to a deal. A report saying it's a 6-year deal worth $6.8 million per year. That is incredible, honestly. Holy cow. I'm not sure why or how other teams didn't sign Artemi. It seems like maybe Panarin really wanted to come back to the Central Division. You can't imagine that Blackhawks fans are too happy right now hearing this news. We're getting news out of Las Vegas now. It looks like the Vegas Golden Knights and William Karlsson have yet to agree to a deal. William Karlsson, a restricted free agent. Reportedly, he's saying he is planning on holding out until they reach an agreement, until he gets a contract he feels he deserves. Obviously had a huge season last season, but this is definitely not news that you want to hear as a Golden Knights fan. We're going to open up the phone lines here. We actually have a caller from Las Vegas. We got Louie on the line. Louie, tell us what you think about